Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Marvel excitement, or the lack of excitement around Captain America: Brave New World. It doesn't seem like anybody's really caring much about this movie after they announced Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom.
No, and Anthony Mackie's out there saying, "Oh, guys, this is going to be like the foundation of the new Marvel. His movie's going to be all this big deal, this foundation stuff." And I'm like, well, I hope not, because no one seems to really give a crap about it. All they care about is Robert Downey Jr. and Fantastic Four and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Geeky is going to lead this video. She's been looking into it a little bit more, but it does not seem like there is a lot of interest. And in fact, it almost feels like they're just stepping over the next couple of MCU things. They didn't even promote WandaVision, or not WandaVision, Agatha.
Or Agatha, they didn't do Daredevil.
No, Daredevil surprised me. I thought that you would have heard something about Daredevil. It's coming out like next year, isn't it?
I think so, January or something. No, they stepped over a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so it seems like there's this whole section of Marvel movies until they get to Fantastic Four and Doomsday and Secret Wars. They're just like pretending they're just gonna flush them, basically. Just get it out. The toys have already been, for this one, the toys have already been out at McDonald's. Like, nobody cares. They've had multiple reshoots. There's controversy about the Israeli character in it. So I think they're just like, yeah, this one's gonna be a bust. I think they're counting on it.
I don't know. But, if they want it to work, they're going to have to promote. But before we get into it any further.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, give woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
All right, so lead me through this one.
I saw this, that Anthony Mackie had just did an Entertainment Weekly interview. And in it, he's talking about how the Captain America Brave New World is going to be a foundation. It's a new beginning, and it's a foundation on which Marvel will build the universe on now. Not only this character, but all the characters that surround him are new building blocks for us to utilize to move on through the universe and into the future. And it kind of like makes it sound like it's like the cornerstone of the MCU moving forward and stuff like that. I don't think that's what Marvel's thinking is the cornerstone moving forward.
No, I think he's got a very distorted view of his importance in the MCU.
Yeah, but they're saying that, and I'm like, but no one. I was like, anybody even caring about it? Because they had some, previews during the event. They had like Harrison Ford's character turning into, Red Hulk, and they said who Giancarlo Esposito is going to be, and all this other stuff. That Sidewinder character. Yeah. And now remember, Giancarlo Esposito, he was added later. Like, they tested with audiences. Audiences didn't like it. They had to do a bunch of reshoots. Like, it was several weeks. I forgot. Maybe
it was like pretty
22
massive.
Weeks or something of reshoots. I forgot how much it was. And now they're adding a new Bat villain into the movie because it wasn't performing well. And they already changed it out with Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine's release date was supposed to be this movie's release date.
Yeah.
They swapped them and pushed it back. I think people are just checked out already. They don't care. Plus, this Captain America doesn't even have the super soldier serum or any of that stuff.
People don't. I'm sorry. You can go back to the comics and you can be like, well, Falcon has been Captain America before. I'm like, yeah, so has Rhodey. He's been Iron Man before, or War Machine, whatever. He was Iron Man, then he became War Machine. But people still view Captain America as being Steve Rogers and Iron Man as being Tony Stark. And that's it. Those are the characters they want. They view Peter Parker as Spider-Man. I know people don't like to hear it, but Miles Morales isn't like the Spider-Man. He's a Spider-Man, but to most people, Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Right. And the thing is, it's not even about the fact that they changed the Captain America out, even though I think some people probably is. But people probably think the movie already came out, or the fact it's been delayed, and there's been all these rumors of reshoots and then test audiences doing poorly and everything else. They're probably checked out. Like, this already sounds like a train wreck. Now, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just thinking, like, do they think that this is a Disney Plus thing because it's?
I don't know.
The toys have been out already. It looks like the Disney Plus show. They might think it's a Disney Plus thing. Like, oh, when's that going to be on streaming?
I don't know, but it's interesting because we have I think I did this for 90 days. All right. So before San Diego Comic-Con, I did a search for Captain America: Brave New World and the Fantastic Four and the 2025 film specifically. And you can see here where there's some little blips in Captain America back like in April and May. It pretty much flatlines. And a lot of times it's underneath Fantastic Four. We didn't really know a lot about it. And then you get to San Diego announcements. Now Captain America does peak because of the announcements, and then promptly drops back down. Where you see here with the Fantastic Four, it goes up, it stays, it goes down, it does drop down, but it's leveling out way above.
Yeah,
Captain America.
And I think now that people have seen it, they know that Doctor Doom is going to be Robert Downey Jr. They know that Galactus is going to be in it. I think the interest in Fantastic Four is going to stay up.
Here's past 30 days: Captain America, Fantastic Four film, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. stays way above everybody else most of the time.
Yeah.
So here's a blip when they started making announcements about the Captain America, and Giancarlo Esposito bumps up some. Here, this blue is Captain America, almost flatlined. The red is Fantastic Four, which is, up above it. Even when it dropped back down, it's still staying way above it. This is Robert Downey Jr. above all of it.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Yeah, it's not going well for them. I think this one's going to be another Marvels. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but it doesn't feel like this is going to be a massive, massive hit to me.
I don't think so. Everybody's talking about the Russo brothers and the Avengers movies and Fantastic Four and, Robert Downey Jr. being back. Yeah. That's what they're talking about. They're pivoting away. Even in this, I did a search, last 30 days. Did Fantastic Four compared to Captain America Brave New World? When you do Captain America Brave New World, the media, there was one that just said search news, 102,000 results. If you searched Fantastic Four, you got 3,370,000 results.
Yeah, because people aren't really talking about it. I mean, again, I think a lot of people thought the movie already came out. It was supposed to come out. The toys were already out at McDonald's, and people were like, "What's with there being multiple bird people in a Captain America movie?"
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird.
It's weird. It's weird. And then, we have the other controversy, too, with the Israeli actress. And it's like, I mean, there are a lot of things working against this movie. And you can't say that Harrison Ford's going to bring him in because they did an Indiana Jones movie and that fell flat.
Mm-hmm. And they're saying, I looked, the last 10 Marvel-produced movies, of the last 10, half have made under $500 million. And only one has hit $1 billion. So they need these movies to do really well. Deadpool and Wolverine probably will hit $1 billion. Yeah. Fantastic Four, depending how good it is, might hit that. I don't think Captain America will, but you never know. But even if it does, it's going to need to, because as many reshoots as they've done and everything else, how much money they poured into this, they're probably going to need to make 700, 800 million just to break even on it.
Oh, there's no way.
And
there's no way.
I don't know. And I'm like, so Disney's looking at this like, what is going to bring money? Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal, for whatever reason, I still don't get it. Robert Downey Jr., they'll bring money because they need more hits. And with half of those making under 500 million, that means a lot of them just made very little money or broke even. And so a lot of them lost money, like the Marvels, for example. They lost a ton of money. So they have no choice. And then you have this over here that you're talking about. Yeah,
so this is just what people are talking about mostly so far in 2024. Now, this doesn't include, I don't think it includes a lot of stuff for next year. But this was... let's see, they tracked it, was it 720 through 726? But they said that, this is what people are the most excited about right now. Deadpool and Wolverine, obviously. The Olympics, Twisters, Inside Out 2, House of the Dragon, Despicable Me, Cobra Kai, Beetlejuice, Bad Boys, Call of Duty, video games. And there doesn't seem to be anything else Marvel that's being discussed.
Now, to be fair, though, the 26th, what day of the week was that?
That was, let's see.
Today's 31st.
Yeah,
and that's Wednesday. So the 30th was Tuesday.
Right before Comic-Con.
Yeah, see, that's probably why, though.
But nobody's...
Because I think if you hit Comic-Con, this might change. I really, truly do think that might change at Comic-Con.
But it's interesting to kind of look at this. Inside Out 2 is still on there.
It's dropping, but it's on there.
Beetlejuice is still several months away, and people are excited about that. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not seeing Moana 2 on there. Nobody's talking about that.
But again, like I said, this is probably right before the announcements. Right. I'd like to see this screen share information for the week after. I think then you'll see them on there. But
this is just kind of I think they just kind of ask people, what are you looking forward to? Mm-hmm. And this is what they're saying. And it is kind of top of mind. I mean, it could be. I mean, look, to be honest, to go back to this, it could be that, they're waiting until... even after Christmas to promote the hell out of Captain America, because it is several months out. I think what they're trying to do with Fantastic Four and with Avengers and with, all those announcements is I think they're trying to show investors that they have a long-term plan for Marvel.
Well, it's working because their stock prices have gone up somewhat.
Yeah.
And I think also because we avoided a Disneyland strike.
Yep.
That probably helped as well. But I don't know. I just think that next year, I don't have a lot of hope for the box office. I think they'll do, or at least Marvel. I think Fantastic Four will probably do really well. But other than that, I'm not thinking it's going to do gangbusters. So they started filming. I think they're starting filming Fantastic Four like right after Comic-Con. Is that what's going on?
So the footage that they had that actually is not from the movie. Mm-mm. So that kind of concerns me. So the footage that they have is actually concept art. Some of it looked, I mean, I'm going to be honest, some of it looked kind of AI-ish.
But you saw it before it got pulled down.
Yeah, before it got pulled down. And I didn't get a very good look at it because it was,
Which again, I want to point out, I mentioned before and I'll say it again. I think that's really, really short-sighted of Disney. If you want people to come back to the MCU and you want to get interest in it, I would have left that up.
They did something similar with Tron Legacy. I know they did the teaser for Tron Legacy a couple of years before the movie came out, and they had the light cycle race, and people were super pumped, but you couldn't see it legally. You couldn't watch it legally. You had to watch it on YouTube, and it was really bad.
Well, now if it gets
trailer.
posted, it gets copyright struck and taken down, which
yeah.
I still think is a bad idea. I think you need all the help you can get, Disney.
Oh,
I would leave those up personally if it was me. But I think you're going to have a long way to go on Captain America: Brave New World. I think there's lots of reasons for it. Audiences are just not checked. They're just checked out of it. They just don't. I think either they think it already happened, or I think it's going to be a train wreck because of all the reshoots and delay and all that. I don't know, but they're definitely way more interested in Fantastic Four, Robert Downey Jr. and the Avengers films.
Yep.
Than they are in this. That's just data.
Yep. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.